Thank you for choosing Haven of Light to be the recipient of the 2020 Diocesan Offering. Our churches are always very generous in their giving to the Diocesan Offering and have used many innovative ways of raising awareness of and donations for the chosen recipient. As things may be more challenging this year, we wanted to offer this short interview with Alison Ussery, the founder of Haven of Light, that can be used in online services or in any way you choose to help gather donations for this local organisation as it continues the important work it does during these difficult times. Thank you, Ali, for joining me today. And I wonder if you could start by telling us what impact the money raised by the Diocesan Offering could have on the work you were doing. So what would it enable you to do more of?
We want to keep building on the awareness to our communities, to help people to realise what the signs and indicators are, that modern slavery and human trafficking is a very real problem. It's not just in foreign countries, not just in our cities, but here in North Wales as well.
Can you tell me more about the importance of your work, especially during all that's going on at the moment with the impact of COVID-19?
So during this COVID lockdown, we realised that, and there's a lot of research that's been going on throughout the UK, that the criminals haven't given up exploiting people. So our young people, our British nationals, foreign nationals that are already here in this country are still being held against their will in many cases. And we realised that during this COVID crisis, the risk factors that cause someone to be exploited are things like lack of money, lack of job, poor home life, wanting a better life. These are all still here, and if not worse. And so we want to be prepared. So I've been involved in a lot of work nationally so that once lockdown is finished, we can get out there and continue to make a difference, both in prevention, awareness, and supporting survivors.
Other than donating to Haven of Light, could you give us some sort of practical steps that people can take in their everyday life, to help raise awareness of and then to combat modern slavery?
Locally and within the church congregations and our communities here in this North Wales area, it's really, really important to understand that modern slavery, human trafficking, exploitation is happening. So many people seem to think that there's no way it can happen here. But just as it's happening in our cities in the UK and further afield, we do have many, many cases of people who are exploited, whether British nationals or foreign nationals or refugees that are brought into this area. So I think it's really important to educate yourself, to learn about the signs and the indicators, either through the literature that we've produced with the church, or just go online, have a look at social media. Sadly, there's stories nearly every day in the media at the moment and in newspapers. So be aware of the signs, and if you ever suspect something not quite right in businesses, for example, in the fields, in car washes, nail bars, all the things that we've been talking about for many years, you can certainly call 999 101 with North Wales Police. They have a modern slavery unit. You can call Crime Stoppers. But on a bigger scale, we know that exploitation and slavery is happening around the world. There's over 40 million people that are caught in slavery today. That's actually more than ever in history. So think of examples, tomatoes, for example, strawberries, different fruit and vegetables that are grown for our supermarkets in the UK that may be grown either in Britain or further afield. We need to look at our supply chains. Just like fair trade, we're encouraging people when you buy a product to consider where it's come from. On a more international level, think about your smartphones or laptops or batteries of any sort in our cars. And we know that the cobalt that's used in those batteries is being mined by children through forced labour in the DRC, in Congo. And we want to do something about that. So be aware that the things you buy have an effect on the supply chain. This is why fair trade is so important.
Oh, thank you so much, Ali. It sounds like you're doing some amazing work, and I really hope that the money raised through the Diocesan Offering can help you to continue that work because it's so important. Thank you so much.
Thanks.